v0.dev has secretly released a major update that no one noticed, but I did because I use this tool like crazy. So this is actually a huge update for v0.dev. Now it's more useful and it actually helps us to make better front-end designs in lesser time. Let's explore this new version of v0.dev. Before we start, please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Right now we are at 1118 subscribers. We need to reach 10,000 subscribers before the end of this year. And thank you so much for all of you who are supporting this channel. Alright, so here we are in v0.dev and apparently there is no change in front end. You can see like it's very similar to what we had previously. But so this is an example of one of the my design that I was actually working on a front end of a project. It was actually an investment app. It's one of my customer who's developing an investment app. So I was building a front end for that. So I gave it a prompt that I generated with Chatgpt. So I asked Chatgpt that I want to create front-end design of an app using v0.dev, and then Chatgpt generated this prompt for me, and then I pasted this prompt here, and then I got like v0.dev according to prompt gave me this dashboard. But you see, next I created a login screen. So there is a login screen, but you see like there is the dashboard is created here. Name is dashboard.tsx, and there is a code. There is the login screen. Similarly, there is like sign up screen, and then I created like so many screens, including there was an ROI calculator, like an investment calculator basically. So like all of that, all of those components I created right here inside v0.dev. But the problem and the problem that is fixed in this new version of v0.dev, that is all of these pages and all of these components. Now I need to implement all of these pages. Let's suppose I think there were like total 70 pages, 70 components, separate components, and each page had separate components. So I had to like then implement each of these pages separately in Cursor or in any other IDE. So we won't in today's video we won't actually go to Cursor and implement the design or something there. I'm actually just going to like compare to give you a comparison that what an amazing change has been done by v0.dev team. So it was a big hassle for me to like get each and every single page from here and then take it to Cursor. So how we take design from here to Cursor, I just like you can just copy this from here. I think I made a very detailed step-by-step tutorial about that. You can watch from my YouTube channel with v0 and Cursor. You can find like icon of v0 and Cursor on that video, so you can just watch from there. But if you have to add this design into Cursor, so what you have to do, simply just copy this command and then paste it in Cursor, and simply then you can just have that design directly imported there, including all of the dependencies and everything installed directly inside your IDE. So, but that's one screen. So then there will be like another screen. Let's suppose when we click on one of these buttons, so each button will have their different changings. And let's suppose then there is this enhanced portfolio screen. This has a different interface. Then there is when we click on invest more, there will be a different screen. So there are like separated, you can say scattered hundreds of screens that we can build in an actual serious project, because this is actually an actual serious project that we had. So I'm just revealing this project because the customer is very close to me, so no one can actually approach to the customer and pitch them. But yeah, anyway, so it's very difficult to implement all of those screens one by one into Cursor. It takes a lot of time. But in the latest version of v0.dev, what they have done, let me just open one of the projects, the one that I just created. All right, so there is this project. So this is one of my client again. So I have to like create a front-end mobile development, a mobile screen. So I am actually creating this code in Tailwind CSS, and it's a TypeScript code. So you can see this is a like TypeScript code with using Tailwind CSS and Chatgpt. But the difference that you can actually see here is actually if you come here, the previous design. So where is the previous one? Here it is. So here's the previous one. So you see each and every screen has like a separate code, separate file. You click on that, then it opens, and then you can actually have a preview. So each and every screen is completely scattered, separate, and has nothing to do with the previous screen, with the other screen. But in here, in the new version, what they do, when you give a command, when you give a prompt to create something, what it does, it actually creates an entire directory for you. So I gave this one command, this entire command I gave, and then it created this entire directory for me, like all of the screens in one directory, all of the screens that are actually interlinked to each other. Their navigations are actually interlinked to each other. So let me just show to you. So if I just click on preview, let me just click on preview. So I just click on start examination button. So you can see the next screen. This is a separate screen. Let me just go back. So you see here, just focus on here. This is right now on home page. When I click on examination, so this actually opens a different page, a different directory basically that opens here. So which is a select species. So when I click on next one, so then there is a select breed / dog. So it actually has created this code in a proper directory structure, the way actually we create in Next.js. So it takes a lot of time to set up all of those design files and all of those TypeScript files and importing them from v0.dev and then taking them to Cursor and then actually organizing all of these like directories, then making sure the names are correct, making sure the navigation is correct, making sure the import is correct. So that takes a lot of time. And I actually wasted so much time in this project, in a stretch investment project. So, but in here, in this version of v0.dev, everything is implemented. As soon as you ask something to create, it actually implements all of that directly into your in your design. So let's just test it. So I have actually created a simple prompt in Chatgpt. So I want to create the app is a full stack project management tool designed to help user organize tracks. So I have just created this prompt. Let me just copy this from here, and then there is a number of screens that I want to create. But let me just start from here. Then we can actually go by one screen, and then we'll see that how it will create that. So let's just go here. Let me just paste it here, paste my code here, and what it will do, it will actually go through my prompt, of course, and then what it will do, it will actually start creating code for me. So it will start creating code, but you'll see it has created, like right now you see directory structure, there's app, there's dashboard. So app, dashboard, and inside dashboard there's a page.tsx. If you understand Next.js, if you understand the basics of routing in Next.js, so in Next.js, if you have to create a dashboard page, so you create a dashboard directory, and then inside dashboard directory you create page.tsx. Again, if this is too complicated for you, just don't worry about that. In this video I'm just going to give you an overview, and then in next video we'll actually go through the detailed implementation of this design. We're taking them to Cursor, and then we can actually run that on localhost. So you see, it had to create this main navigation component and overview component, recent activity component, user navigation component. So it is actually creating all of that in components directory. It created a main component, which is dashboard inside there, and then created a page inside that. And if you see here in here, it's the design is not very good right now. Okay, I think it's still implementing the design. Hold on. There's an error. Okay, cool. Let's just copy and paste all of these errors. We are having these errors on console. All right, so let's see if it fixes. So I think this is just like Cursor, we just anytime whenever we receive an error, so we just give it back. I want to not make it complicated. I want go through the errors and go through the code and tell you what error is all about. So I'm just going to walk you through the main kind of updates and changings and how life has been easier now with this new version of v0.dev. So Visual.dev is actually trying to be something like Bolt.new, but I don't want this tool to be Bolt.new because I just want this tool to be like an amazing full stack, just an amazing just front end tool. So because it actually gives you an option to deploy this tool directly. Okay, so again there is an error. So I think let's just start with a new project, and then let's just give it a new prompt. Let's just give it the entire, let's just give it a new prompt with all of these screens, and then see what it comes up with. So now what we're doing, we're actually telling it what we want to build, then we're actually giving it number of 12 screens. We're not giving it the screen details. Let's just like keep that freedom to it, and let's just see how it comes up with in terms of design. So we just gave it like details about what we want to build, and then we're actually giving details about the 12 screens. So or it is actually, it has created a dashboard page, then it is now going to create components inside dashboard page, and then there's a task summary, there's a screen, the project overview, header, all of the dashboard page components it is actually creating inside here. So we see like it has already set up an app router, an app directory, then components directory, and then it is setting up like just like Next.js as the way we do in Cursor. In Cursor it sets up a standard Tailwind CSS library, like imports Tailwind CSS, and then sets up everything for there. So okay, here it is. So it just did that based on our requirements. Let me just click on something, and let me just see if we can open a different directory. So right now it's just a front end. Let me just click on one of these buttons, but there is no other directory actually. Let me just ask it to create a new directory. Create a new page. Create a separate all right, so now it will create a separate help/support screen. So if you want to like let's just see how it will create. So by the way, it is using Next.js, React, and Chatgpt. So if you're not aware of what Chatgpt is, so Chatgpt is actually UI library that we use. We love to use in all of the Next.js projects. Again, I'll make a separate detailed video about that, because in this video I just want to like stay focused on this comparison only. I know there are so many ideas right now coming into your mind and in my mind as well, but let's just leave all those ideas into for the next video. So all right, it has now created it's creating a separate help and support screen, and then it is actually creating all of these components inside help and support screen. So if you want to access, let's see if there is a direct button. So there's a button to access help and support screen, so you can see the navigation is changed, and then we could actually access that. So let me just refresh it rather than like fixing that. So right now we are at home page, and then we click on that, and then we're actually on this page. So this is revolutionary when it comes to like creating a serious front end, and then like saving a lot of time from here. Now if you want to like save like if you want to like share this design that you just created with your friends and family, so what you can do, you can simply just either deploy. I won't recommend you deploy now. What you can do, you can simply just click on this tab, this button. So it will actually, what it will do, it will actually just give you the entire design that you just created in a URL format. So you can then open that URL anywhere you want. So you just open that, and then it will just open that URL anywhere you want. So simply just click on that, and it will just like open that for you. So everything is working for you simply. So yeah, that was something that I was really impressed by that, because what is alternative if you're not actually going to use Visual.dev? What is our other alternative to create this kind of like quick front end? So I think the other alternative is actually using Bolt.new, but Bolt.new actually comes up with lots of like unnecessary stuff, unnecessary dependencies. My aim to use v0.dev is just to have front end design, just to have front end prototype. I don't want anything back end related. I don't want anything functionality related. All of that we can do in Cursor. So But in Bolt.new, when you set up something, so Bolt.new can actually like it has its own restrictions, but still it's an amazing tool. But still, when you compare Bolt.new versus v0.dev, so Bolt.new is like a full stack development tool. v0.dev is a front end development tool. It was kind of like I mean, not very efficient tool, but now with this update, it is way too much efficient than it was before. So now you can actually like easily just develop any complex application, like the way I'm developing this investment application, and the way, I mean, you can simply just like develop that with all of the routing and everything set up for you, and simply then in next video will actually guide you how you can actually import this code directly into Cursor and then run it locally into Cursor and then make changes in your design in Cursor. So yeah, that was it about today's video. Ideas about v0.dev or any other ideas about next video, so please just do let me know. I'm actually going to start an AI agent series. So as soon as I finish my current there's like a whole series of videos that are coming about AI coding and AI programming and web development in AI and some other videos. And then after maybe next week we'll actually start videos about AI agents, building an actual AI agents. So yeah, see you in next video. Please do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to like this video. I see you next video. Bye bye.